Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Stories from the Road. And I hope you enjoy this one as much as you did the last one. The last one was the Madison Square Garden incident, and that was a pretty interesting ordeal that I was glad to make it out of. But anyway, this one is going to be the Falcons training camp edition. So this is about my adventure to Falcons training camp. I'll have pictures and everything included like the last one, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. I'll get right into it. Basically, my aunt, she lived in Alabama at the time, and she was about 6.5 hours from training camp. So we decided, this would be a good opportunity for me. I was off for the summer. This was, probably about 10 years ago or something like that. Anyway, we decided I was off for the summer, and I should just go down there, spend some time with her, and see Florida and Alabama and things like that, and then go to Falcons training camp about a month and a half later. So anyway, we go down to her house. By the way, this is a little sidebar, but if you guys have never heard of Bama Bog, look that up. It's an interesting thing they do down there in Alabama. They basically run their four-wheelers and different things like that through a giant mud pit, and as long as you make it through the mud pit, you advance to the next round. And they also have a concert and things like that at Bama Bog. It's like an all-day event. It's like a festival. Actually, it's all weekend, and they have like food and drinks and all that kind of thing. So if you've never heard of that, look it up for sure. We did that. We did a bunch of other things. But anyway, that's not what this story is about. This is about the Falcons training camp. So about a month in or whatever, we were going to go to the training camp. The day comes, and I had to get up at like 5 in the morning to get around to go to Falcons training camp. Started at 2:30 in the afternoon. We figured if we left at like 6, we would make it in time. So I get up. It's the most excited I've ever been to see 5 in the morning. I am not a morning person. For any of those of you that know me, I like to sleep in. So I was super excited, pushed everyone out the door. We are on our way to training camp, and for those of you that have never been, you have to understand that it's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Like, it's crazy. You actually, you're on like a 12-lane highway, right? 6 lanes each way. And there you can see like Turner Field, I think it is, and like you might even be able to see the Georgia Dome off in the distance. It's not there anymore, but anyway. So you're on like this 12-lane monstrosity of a highway. The traffic is crazy. And then you take this exit for Gainesville, and it kind of takes you down and around this loop and then to a red light. And then at that red light is like a Waffle House. And then you kind of turn, and then it takes you on this country road for like ever. And the Falcons facility just kind of like appears out of thin air, basically. You would never even know. And it's like in the middle of nowhere. It's wild that exists, like so close to Atlanta. But anyway, so we get to the massive facility. It was awesome. I mean, it's like a actual event. Like, they play music, they have food, drinks, all that stuff. They have tents that you can kind of sit under, because if you've ever been in Georgia in late July, is very, very hot. So I was glad that they had those, although I was too excited, so I always sat up real close, not even under the tent, or as close as I could get, I should say. But anyway, we get there, and as luck would have it, the Falcons are warming up. So one of their players, long snapper Joe Zelenka, who played for the Falcons from, I think, about 2006 to 2012. Anyway, he was playing catch with fans, and so I figured, I'll catch one, if he'll throw it over here. So I put my hand up to catch a pass or whatever, and he sees me and he throws it. Now, I have to explain to you guys, I'm not the most coordinated individual. I fully anticipated to drop this football, but I actually caught it, and then I threw it back to him, and then he actually threw it to me again. I caught it again, and then I threw it back to him again. And I thought, okay, I'm going to go get his autograph. Because at the time, I wasn't really sure if they, signed autographs after the practice or anything. I wanted to definitely get some autographs. So I figured, he's right there. I can go get his autograph quick. So I was kind of off to the side, watching him play catch with a few other people, waiting patiently for him. And then I turned to say something to my brother, who was standing right there. And all of a sudden, I hear heads up. And of course, I look. And this ball hits me right in the side of the head, bounces up about 5 or so feet, and Joe Zelinka catches it off the rebound of my head. And the crowd gasped, and then they cheered and clapped, and I was laughing. I thought it was the funniest thing ever. And Joe Zelinka's like, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm fine, no big deal. Don't worry about it." Basically, somebody had thrown it so inaccurately that, it was nowhere close to him, I'll tell you that, because I wasn't anywhere close to him. So for it to hit me, and actually hit me hard enough that he was able to then catch it off of my head, is pretty impressive. But I was fine, no big deal. And it's actually a hilarious story now, so it's kind of a good memory that I have. I did get his autograph, and I did get a lot of other autographs that day, luckily. They do sign after practice. Basically, kind of just watch them practice, which is kind of cool. Like I said, they have music and food and everything. And I will say, Julio Jones, he's a freak. If you guys ever get to watch him, even in practice, this guy, you could tell, he wasn't even trying, and he's still, roasting the cornerbacks and stuff. Now, granted, somebody will make the joke, Atlanta doesn't have any good cornerbacks, I should say. And that may be true, but Julio is just a freak, and if you ever get a chance to see him live, you certainly should. So anyway, practice ends. It's like a 3-hour practice or something crazy. It's pretty cool. So practice ends, and they all kind of line up on the one sideline to sign autographs. And I just kind of got overexcited, and I was like, okay, this is my one and only opportunity. I have a football, and I have a jersey. It was a Tony Gonzalez jersey, actually. And I just kind of ran the line, just as best I could, just kind of if there was anybody in front of me, I was politely kind of trying to move my way up. I was pretty aggressive in my autograph collecting that day. Usually I'm not that aggressive. Obviously, the golden rule, you always let the kids go first and things like that. But on this particular day, I was like, look, this is my only opportunity. I have to be super aggressive and get my items signed. So I was just, I ran the whole line. Keep in mind, it's 100 degrees, and I'm running back and forth, just getting people as I can. As I see the crowd kind of disperse, I would kind of weasel my way in there and get my item signed. And I actually got everybody that day. I think I'm the only one that got everybody, to be honest with you. And in the end zone, actually, there was John Abraham, Ray Edwards, and Tony Gonzalez. Gonzalez wasn't signing at the time. He was just kind of standing there talking to, I believe, Julio Jones. They were just kind of talking. And I yelled over to Tony Gonzalez after I got John Abraham and Ray Edwards. And I held up the jersey and I said, "Tony, this is your jersey. Can you please sign it for me?" And he looked at me and he goes, "If you can bring it to me, I'll sign it for you." So I was like, okay, game on. There's a little rope there. I tried getting under the rope. I got under the rope, and as soon as I did, a security guard was right there, and he stopped me. He's like, "You can't go any further." I was like, "Did you not just hear him? If I can get this to him, he'll sign it." And I was pleading my case. Obviously, Gonzalez had no intentions of signing it and was already walking away at that point. He probably thought it was hilarious, but it is what it is. I was fully prepared to test my 40-yard dash and get that autograph, but it wasn't to be. I pleaded my case and didn't get anywhere. So, it is what it is. I got everybody else that day, so it's okay. So yeah, and in the meantime, my aunt, right before they were going to sign autographs, she was like, look, I'm going to go get the car. You guys find me when you're done. So now keep in mind, this facility is huge. I can't even stress how huge this facility is. And we had no idea. We got the autographs. It was me, my brother, and my cousin. And we got the autographs. And then we just were like, well, let's just walk down this road and see if we can find her, because we have no idea where she is. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, she just pulls up. And we just hopped in. We go to this Target afterwards to kind of refuel for the drive. And after that then, we go over and kind of just hit the road. And it's weird because you got to go out of the facility a certain way. And then you're just on these country back roads, so it's kind of easy to get lost. Well, get lost we did, as we ended up in the Smoky Mountains. I'm talking way, way up in the Smoky Mountains. Nobody around. No gas stations, no cell phone service, no nothing. By the time we realized how deep into the Smoky Mountains and how high up in the mountains we were, it was way too late to turn around or anything like that due to the narrow road with a cliff on the other side, so we just kind of had to ride it out and hope that the road ended somewhere, and hope that we didn't run out of gas. Took about 3.5 to 4 hours to navigate the mountains, and I do believe it even snowed at one point because we were so high up there. It was very beautiful up there, but certainly a scary experience nonetheless, because I thought we were going to run out of gas and be stranded in the mountains with no cell phone service. But, it is what it is. Did make it out. And then we drove all the way straight to Pennsylvania and ended up in my driveway at 7 a.m. the following morning. We did leave at about 6 a.m. the previous morning, so it was about a 25-hour straight drive where we just kind of kept switching drivers and so forth to get to the destination. I was certainly very glad to see my bed at the end of the day, and it was nice. Totally worth it, though. I would totally do it all over again. Certainly an experience I'll never forget. Got to meet a lot of the players, which I was thrilled about because I had never seen football players or anything like that in person. So it was certainly an amazing experience, and I would do it again if I could, for sure. But other than that, it was a pretty uneventful, long month and so forth down there in Alabama, and we enjoyed some things, and the training camp was just the icing on the cake. So, but it was certainly a tough day collecting autographs in the 100-degree heat, running back and forth up and down the sideline, trying to get everybody. But like I said, I did succeed, and I think I was the only one to succeed that day. So, anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this Stories from the Road, and we will see you next time. And in the meantime, make sure you hit that subscribe button, or like us on Facebook, like our page, The Autograph Cave. We also have merch. We have shirts, we have stickers, all that good stuff. Make sure you hit me up for the bundle box, which is a sticker, a shirt, and an autograph for $25 for the first 20 people, and then it'll go up to $30, but that's a steal for some of the names that we have in there. We have Bob Lilly, we have Ric Flair, we have, multiple other autographs, Golden Tate, Rolly Fingers, a lot of different names that are guaranteed hits in the box. So I hope y'all hit me up for that. Get your t-shirt, get your sticker, get your autograph bundle, because they're going fast. We've already sold about over a quarter of them. So we're getting there. Make sure you hit me up for that. Follow us on Instagram at the Autograph Cave 1. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe here so you don't miss the stories from the road or collections from the cave or any of the other content that we post. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed all the photos in here. And until next